So I've got a really beautiful Michael Jordan story to share with you that I don't think I've shared before. And this is a story that's going to sort of encapsulate a really key leadership lesson. So MJ was at the Olympics one year. I can't remember which year it was, but he was there with the best United States basketball players in the world. And I think it was in Barcelona, actually, if I'm not mistaken on that. And the best players in the world walk into this Olympic dressing room, and it turns out the dressing room has no windows. It's got concrete walls and concrete floor and like a couple benches. It is nothing like what they're accustomed to. Okay. And again, no windows. Like there's a draft blowing in, and the players are kind of grumbling and looking at each other like, what's going on? What is this? This isn't like NBA luxury at all. And MJ, the best player in the world, the best player in history, the best player on that team, walks in, doesn't say a word, drops his bag on the floor, takes his shoes out of the bag, laces them up, grabs the ball, and says, "Let's go." He doesn't say a word, no complaint, no grumble, no nothing. The rest of the team immediately fell in line, and nobody complained once MJ had done that. So this is one of those like really, and again, Michael Jordan, best player in the world. I think he's actually, is he a billionaire now? I can't, I don't even know. He was making like over $100 million a year in residual revenue from Jordan last I checked. This guy is accustomed to luxury, is my point. And yet he didn't say a word in these dank conditions, when most sort of high level, like world class players would be complaining. MJ didn't say a word. And so everybody else fell in line. And this is one of those leadership lessons that you've got to take to heart, because leaders do not complain. They don't put their problems on other people. They don't do it. Okay. Others come to them with their problems and leaders solve them or help them solve them, but they're not constantly putting their problems on other people, their negative thoughts on other people. They just don't do that. All right. Leaders may, like, there's stories of MJ getting on his teammates and pushing them to higher levels of performance, but he's not like taking these weak little complaints, complaining about how hard the bench in this concrete room is and the fact that it doesn't have windows. That's not a leader. A leader does what must be done for the highest good, okay, the highest good of the team. And it was in the highest good of the team for MJ to snap everybody out of what could have been this spiral of negativity and complaints and grumbling. And he snapped everybody out of it. And he stood up and said, "Let's go. We got a job to do." And that was all there was to it. So do not, if you want to be put in a leadership position, do not fill other people's minds with your complaints. Just do the job that needs to be done. Others will come to you with their complaints, and that's fine. But if you want to be in a leadership position, that can't be what you're doing. All right. So I hope that helped you out. I love that story personally. Keep that in mind as you go throughout your career, and I'll talk to you in the next one.
Hey, it's Taylor. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. And if you did, the best thing to do right now while it's fresh in your mind is to head over to deepgame.com and join us in our free masterclass. Now, this is where you'll learn all 8 laws of the deep game and all of the fundamentals that you need to know about the part of basketball that's played with the mind. We've had players call this the best hour of basketball learning of their lives, and it's completely free right now. So head over to deepgame.com to join us, and I will see you there.